welcome to episode 53 of Series 1 of Master League Story Mode. If you caught the last episode, you'll know we're in for a treat when I click this forward time button. What a moment this is for Tim Sherwood, the player that he championed as a youngster in the Tottenham youth setup, when everyone thought he wasn't good enough, when the loans that he was on didn't come to anything. Tim Sherwood believed in Harry Kane, and now he has the pleasure of signing him to Blackburn Rovers. What an unbelievable occurrence this is. I'm absolutely made up. I think he's going to be the player that drives us to Champions League victory, and how sweet that would be for Tim Sherwood. Let's take a look at the team now as it stands before we see what we're going to be doing in this episode. Unfortunately, Obby, your time as number one striker is over. You're going to be a capable replacement, and also, we've got lots of games, so he's going to be playing his fair share, absolutely. Also, we brought in Danny Rose. What an upgrade he is to Armand Traore. Really happy with that. And this is our new look first team squad. Really, really nice. Reece Oxford, Henley, our two lowest rated, are both on dramatic improvement curves at the moment as well. So that's great. And Nathan Redmond, he's probably a little bit better than the 77 overall would suggest. But other than that, we're 80 plus in most areas. And that is huge. So let's take a look at the schedule for today's episode. So we've got an FA Cup matchup. I think we're going to play that game. Then we've got a Champions League matchup. We're definitely going to play that one. I think we can pretty happily sim Derby County. And then we'll play Man City. And I think that's going to have to be it for today. For 4 games in one episode. So it's our first FA Cup matchup of the year. We've not performed well in the FA Cup in our first 2 seasons under Tim Sherwood. We've been out in the first or second round. There's Danny Rose, new signing. He starts today. Harry Kane starts on the bench in this first game. Expecting big things from him. The 2 ex-Tottenham players. Tim Sherwood knows them well, and he's used his charm, charisma and passion to get them on board on the Blackburn European project. But this is a big game. FA Cup games can be tricky. They do often get a boost, and as we've found, we've not fared too well when D is in possession again. And again, he looks for Henley, who's in loads of space. This time the ball through to Redmond, finds him. The cross, back post, Donser! Oh my word! He's missed an open goal. That is a real sitter. Ulari let it run. Donser had obviously given him the shout, but Ulari will not be pleased with that. Donser has got to be kicking himself there. He's on a red as well. Duffy over with Tanimura. Tanimura gets away, gets a shot in. It's palm wide. Great tackle from Henley. And then Oxford. Wow, that should have been 1-0 Birmingham. Incredible defensive effort there. Oh, well, I think we really should have scored in that half. We had all the chances. Really struggling to get the finish. Some great goalkeeping from Birmingham, to be fair to them. Had a lot of possession. Birmingham had a couple of dangerous chances, though, so this game is by no means over. Here's Emi Buendia. What can he do? We've not seen too much of him. Oh, how does it nicked off his feet from Davis? Gray tries to power away, but Duffy in there. He knew the plan of Damari Gray in that situation. Buendia gets it back from Tyder. Buendia steps inside onto the left. Curling shot. Emi Buendia. And that is 1-0. And that is Emi Buendia, the Messiah. He says, how dare you drop me? How dare you buy another attacking midfielder? This is what I've got. I've got goals in me. Henley gets that back with ease. Oh, but that's a poor ball. Murray Gray looking for the run of Davis, but Duffy had that red all day. Like a poor... Oh, that's a bad pass, though. Ball into Davis. That's a great ball back into Damari Gray. Great shot. Great save. Let's not forget we're only 1-0 up. We need to make this game safe. Danny Rose comes to launch the break. Got Ulari making a good run through the middle. Chooses to go to Ibe down the... Oh, that's poor. Oh, but Ibe's won it back. Ball into Ulari, he turns, Ulari with the finish, and that's 2-0, and that is game over Birmingham, and that is hello to the next round of the FA Cup for Blackburn Rovers. So as if Birmingham weren't already under the cosh, now we bring on Hakan and Harry Kane, our 2 new star signings. We're yet to see Harry Kane in a Blackburn shirt. What can he do in these last 15 minutes? Here's his first touch, he's away from Mbende. It's a good ball through to Nathan Redmond. Nathan Redmond, can he make it 3? He can, Harry Kane. Instant impact from the Hurricane. He slips through Nathan Redmond after a lovely little turn away from the defender. And he did beautifully there. First touch of the ball on a Blackburn shirt. Holds off the defender, spins away, sees the run of Redmond. Actually, it's a pretty simple ball through. It's a good finish from Nathan Redmond, who's on the score sheet. Decent ball through, but Duffy aware to the danger. He'd made a good early run to get ahead of his centre forward. Here's Reece Oxford. We know what he's capable in these sort of situations. Redmond given a lot of space down the middle. Nathan Redmond, is it going to be 4? And it is! Great finish from Nathan Redmond. Cool, calm, collected, as he usually is in front of goal. And that's 4-0. Pretty comfortable in the end. We didn't have to bring on any of our star players until right at the end, just to give them a run out. It's a pretty standard first round win against Birmingham City. Nathan Redmond had a great game, as did Reece Oxford. 2 of our star players in that one. 62% possession, that sounds about right. 10 shots on target, pretty good conversion rate. Redmond gets man of the match. Harry Kane came on, assisted Nathan Redmond. Good to see his first start in a Blackburn shirt. See if the resting the players has paid off. Oh, Harry! That's not what we wanted to see. What's the problem? I know we didn't start you, but we made it clear that we were resting you for the Champions League. Well, I'm not playing you on a downward arrow. I'm sorry, mate. That's a real pain in the arse there, Harry. Real pain in my arse. So here we are, the first Champions League match of Tim Sherwood's Blackburn career. This is a huge, huge game for him and a huge game for this team. European success is going to be the marker of this season. That is our aim. We've not got long to do it, and we need to get it done. It's a shame that somehow Tim Sherwood, of all people, couldn't motivate Harry Kane to be on anything better than a downward blue arrow for this first Champions League match. But we've got a very strong squad either way. Let's get into it, shall we? Oh, Tyder does really well to get that away. Henley puts the ball in towards Nathan Redmond. Looks back post to Zachary Bakali. Great goal, great pass. Lovely, lovely bit of interplay there between the two wingers. It was great play down the right as well from Safir Tyder to release Nathan Redmond. And his pass was really nice. He saw the late run of Zachary Bakali from his opposite wing, and he finished that with some aplomb. Tyler gets a tackle in not once but twice. Donson ball out to Danny Rose. He whip across in. Couldn't get it over the first man. Good header there from Donson. Strong header. Ball inside. Tyder. Nice interplay here. Rose in a bit of space. Looks up. He's got Redmond at the far post. Nathan Redmond with the header. You can't stop this boy from scoring at the moment. Bakali releasing Danny Rose down the left, who's been a big part of this game so far. Danny Rose putting in a great searching ball. He had Tyder in there. And Titi caught napping as Redmond pounces ahead of him. And 2-0 at the half. Excellent, excellent performance there from everyone. It was a good all-round performance. This time Henley out nicely. Good close play there. Getting away from 3 or 4 players all in one go. Redmond slips it through to Tyder. Looks for the ball across to Ulari. I think that might be an own goal. It was going to fall to Ulari anyway. It's an own goal. It's 3-0 to Blackburn here, and this game looks to be done and dusted. And that is a comfortable 3-0 victory. Our first group stage game of the Champions League. What a result. What a great goal for Nathan Redmond. He had a good game. So there we go. Great start. The perfect start to our group. We're top of the group. 3 points. Alongside Benfica, who beat Sparta Prague in the first game. Perfect start. Henley keeps improving. Oxford keeps improving. Oxford up to 74. That's really great news for us. Only a 3-day break in between this game for our next Premier League game up against Derby County. This is going to be a sim. So, we're going to really struggle to win the league by simming games because you get some odd results. We won that one 1-0. I'm pretty sure even with the quality of team we got, if we simmed every game, we would probably be top 5 at a push. It's really the skill of the player that can win you the league, even with not necessarily the best overall rated team. But we got a win there. That's good. It's almost like it's a horrible gamble having to sim games. I don't enjoy it personally. Okay, big game today. We're up against Man City. They pushed us all the way in the title last season. They weren't able to catch up with us. We do have a big game also against Benfica only 3 days later. So squad management also something we need to consider here. Let's take a look at the side. Everyone looking good. That's encouraging. We've had a nice little break. Harry Kane's back in on form. We're up against an incredibly strong Man City team. We said that last year and we were able to come out on top. So let's see how we get on. So we're back at Fortress Ewood as champions against one of the teams that pushed us all the way last season but ultimately didn't have the jewels necessary to beat us to the punch, to beat us to the league. Harry Kane yet to set the league alight. We'll see if he can get his first goal. I'm not sure if maybe he got one against Derby. I didn't check who scored. But we want to see him on the score sheet today. Tyder again looking wide into Henley. He gets away from Sterling. Can he whip this ball in? He can. Hakan's there. Great slide tackle. Safir Tyder looks for the ball into Harry Kane. Hits it first time straight at Joe Hart. Looking for options. Ball through to Bakali. It's perfectly weighted. Steps back inside from Company. And Hummels gets a foot in. Strong play. Couldn't get that through though. This is dangerous here. Aguero through on goal. This is exactly what we wanted to try and prevent. Oxford slides in. That's a foul. And this is almost certainly a fucking goal. I hate it. These positions. It's 9 times out of 10. Oh, Fabio, you beautiful, beautiful man. And at the half, it's 0-0. I think we should have definitely scored there. We had the opportunities. Couldn't convert. It's been a great game. Pretty open game. Juiced Man City to only 1 chance. We've had the 4 on target. Not able to convert. Joe Hart's had a good start. Good half. Okay, we need to convert in this half. Harry Kane's not had many chances. Oh, it's great. Great harassing there from Harry Kane. He's got away from Mats Hummels. He's inside Hummels here. Inside another player. Harry Kane with the right foot in the corner. Harry Kane, the Hurricane. And he embraces Tim Sherwood on the touchline. You can't see it happening there, but it almost certainly would have happened. And there he goes to remind everyone what his name is. He can spell it. He's not an idiot. 4 letters is within his capabilities, as is an incredible goal like that. Started off by harassing Hummels. Won the ball back from him. He had no options in the middle. Great little body feint inside one, and then he's inside another. Into the box. And this curling effort from the 6-yard box. Past the keeper, past Joe Hart, who's been excellent. And it's a great goal to open his account. That's the sort of running and the sort of finishing that we paid £25 million for. Nice little touch inside. And another one inside as well. What a way to open his account. Harry Kane off the mark with a beauty. Long ball here. Duffy up against Aguero. He should win that. He doesn't. It's fallen to Sterling in a dangerous position. Ndiaye comes back in. Great tracking back. Nearly loses out though to Sterling. Oh, the ball across the box. Still not cleared. In from Jesus Navas. Oh, had to get that ball away. Still a minute left on the clock, but that ball from Mangala. Really disappointing, I'm sure, for him. Still, Man City are pushing here. Last minute of the game. And it's all over. What a win that was for Tim Sherwood. And what a goal that was for Harry Kane. It was his moment, individual moment of brilliance that won us that game. And what a goal it was. The rest of the game, I could take it or leave it, really. We had chances which we couldn't put away. Joe Hart had a good game in goal, but it was Harry Kane, the difference maker, with his quality. That's why we bought him, for these tricky games. So, another win, and that sees us up into 3rd. Excellent. It's a shame we had that one loss to someone shit like Newcastle or something in the beginning. But that's what happens when you sim. I've said that. That is a risk we're going to take, but we're not too bothered because the Champions League is the target. So, only 2 days later, and we're into the Champions League. We didn't really have a chance to rest any players in that game. We went down to the wire, so we could have some tired legs. Okay, yeah, Donster is looking tired. We are a little bit, we are going to really miss out on not having an extra central midfielder. That is where we are weakest. I think that's where we're going to need to improve. Danny Rose needs a rest. He's started every game so far. He's been excellent when he has played. Harry Kane is going to start again up front, I think, for a Champions League match. Yeah, and then we can bring in Ulari pretty early on. Hakan needs to make an impact here. Bakali, it's been okay. It's been okay. Up against Benfica, they've got Mitroglou up front. He's dangerous. They've got Gaitan in the middle, and he's always a tricky character to play against. As well as Adel Taarabt. It's a decent team, this Benfica side. Definitely a decent team. Got to be careful. So we're under the floodlights again at Ewood Park, but this time for the first home Champions League game. What an occasion. What an occasion this is. Safir Tyler, the captain, proudly leading us out. Can we make it 2 wins in 2 to start off this group stage? What a performance we put in the last game against Lyon. It was a 4-0 win. If we can follow it up here with another win, that would put us in really good stead to... ideally, we want the last few games in this group to be games that we can play some of our weaker players. Because squad rotation is going to be an issue. We need a new centre midfielder in January, but that's a long way off. So Benfica looking dangerous so far. Really dangerous. We're having trouble getting the ball. Oh, that's good play. Can Oxford cut this out? Nice little Rabona through to Mitroglou. Oh, and he's finished it nicely with the left. Great play by Gaitan to put that through. But really, we were shockingly poor in the defending then. Oxford could have come out to get that, and then he overcommitted there. Should have stayed on his feet. It's a great Rabona through into Mitroglou. Finished well. Not the start we needed. Great turn from Hakan into Harry Kane. He turns away from Luisao. Little chip ball in, looking for the run of Hakan. Couldn't get back to it. Redmond making a nuisance of himself. We need to strike back quickly. Duffy wins the header there. Henley. Good run. Looks for Redmond down the line. That's back inside. Crossed it with the left. Bakali there with the overhead kick. Straight at the keeper. That would have been something special. Benfica once again able to frustrate us with possession. Not able to get a foot in. They're so quick to move the ball on. Every time we get close to them, the geezer press. Ineffective. I mean, this is how you play against it, but Ty does won it back here. Great ball into Redmond. He turns away from Luisao. He's got the pace to get away from him again. Kane's made completely the wrong run there. Here's Çalhanoğlu. He whips it in. Tyder's there. Couldn't get to it. Balls out to Ndai. Hits it with the right. It's actually a decent effort from the big man. Oh, but is this one final attack here for Benfica? No, it isn't. It's 1-0 at the half. Poor half from Blackburn. It was one big defensive error that led to the goal. We've not been able to create anything. We've only had one shot on target. And we've been lacking in possession. Pass completion from Benfica has been huge. 90%. They're not making any mistakes. It's nice. Bakali finds Traore. Harry Kane's there. He gets ahead to it. Oh, it's just over. He did well to rise ahead of Luisao. Julio Cesar in the Benfica goal, though. Not troubled by that. It was always difficult. It's in a hard position for him to get on target. He looks long into Harry Kane. He's got Jardel up with him. Steps inside. Kane doesn't fall. Can Çalhanoğlu get a shot away? He can't. Harry Kane's gone down injured. That would be a fucking tragedy if he got injured now. He's not getting up. That is not what we want to see. Cannot be losing our star striker so early on. But we move forward. He looks like he might be on his feet. Here he is, Harry Kane. Edge of the box. Hits it. Oh, can't win it back now, though. Doncer wins it back. He's away. He's got the captain's armband on and he's streaming forward. The little big man. It's away from Cristante. Still Doncer. Still Godfrey Doncer. He hits it hard with the right. Ah. 3 minutes, 7 minutes left on the clock. Doncer runs the entire length of the pitch. Just come on as a substitute. Couldn't finish it. All back to Ulari. Ulari couldn't get the pass off. He's getting desperate now. Here is Doncer again. Can he move this team forward with his just pure will? Oh, Ulari. That's a really poor touch. And that's game over. Fucking hell. Well, that's not what we wanted. That is a bad end. A bad end to this episode. We had so much good play in that game, but we couldn't make any of our finishes count. Didn't have enough shots on target. Awful. So not a great match day 2. Still in second place on goal difference. We've got, there's games to play. We've got Sparta Prague still to go up against. Benfica unbeaten though so far. That's no good. It's no good. As I've said before, if we lose this, we're going out, the series stops. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to replay games or anything like that. If we go out, we go out, and that's it. It's all over for Tim Sherwood. So, what a disappointing end to that episode. Really disappointing. Well, in the next episode, we've got Man United away. So that's a big game. And Harry Kane's fired up for it. That's good to know. But other than that, mixed results this episode. We beat Man City with a great goal from Harry Kane. We won our first group game, but then a disappointing loss to Benfica. 1-0 at home. Did not see that coming. So let's see how we get on Friday. We should have another Champions League game and this game against Man United. So have a nice couple of days and I'll see you in a bit.